Good morning and a great Sunday morning to everyone. Want to give a moment. And my name is Dr. Bashir Easter, and I wanted to talk to you all about what you saw me post out that you may have received of a GoFundMe in regards to a program called the Bridge Youth Program. I want to give a little background of what that is and why I'm asking you all to support me in this effort. My dissertation and work that I've done to become a doctor focused on African American adolescents' internal and external experiences caring for a loved one who is diagnosed or living with Alzheimer's and related dementia. And why I'm bringing that up is as I started to understand through my journey caring for my mother, I realized that everyone was involved in providing that care. So my children, my nieces and nephews, and people that I actually, as I continue to do this work, start realizing that the youth were a part of that. So I wanted to find out what their experience was. And when I did the research, I was astonished to find out that a lot of the youth, ages 14 to 17, and even younger, are providing care just as we are as adults, but they're looked at as the invisible caregiver. In my research that you can take a look at yourself, I posted it to be able to, it's been published for you to all take a moment to see, is that these youth were providing what we call as personal care work, as a personal care worker. And you actually can get certified to do that work and get paid for it. But because right now, with the laws that are set, that you have to be 18 and up in order to do that. Well, youth are providing this care very early of age. And then what are they actually doing? So when you're looking at the person that is impacted by Alzheimer's disease and related dementia, some of the things that they are not able to do are their daily functions. So that may be feeding themselves, dressing themselves, being going to the bathroom without any assistance, getting up out of a chair, as easy as even communication, having socializations. Well, youth are stepping in and doing that care. So they're actually doing things which is called med management, where they're bringing them their medications. They're doing things as companionship, sitting talking with the individual or watching them while their parents or someone is not there to do so. They're stepping into the gap. What they're also doing is high level items as well. They may be taking that person to the bathroom, changing them. They may also have other things that they're needing to be done. Some individuals are still on what we have insulin because they may be diabetic. So these youth are actually measuring out the amount of insulin that is needed and actually maybe giving that individual their insulin. Well, some people may say, why are you having a youth to do that? Well, African Americans and Latinos provide care as a whole unit. That means everyone gets involved. And they're going to provide that care, the people that are in the home are the youth. And there are reasons why that could be because number one, that's their loved one. They should be able to step in and provide care because they provide care because they want to do that for their loved one. And there's nothing that is a issue with that. The thing is, with this disease, I've realized through my research that the youth are very, if not none, very uneducated about the disease and the changes that are going on with that individual. Whether the parent is recognizing that they don't understand and they're not able to share that with the youth, that's a lot of times the issue as well. Or they may have the information and just don't pass it on and just ask the youth to provide that care, and they do it without question. But what I've learned is that age group between that 13 to 17 years of age is where that youth developmental level is at the point where they're trying to learn themselves. They're trying to understand what's going on with the world around them. They're trying to find their identity. They want to be with their friends. And providing care with someone with Alzheimer's disease and related dementia is considered an unnatural stress for them. What I learned is that these youth, from the research, are having things like we call depression. They're having depressive episodes. They're also having post-traumatic stress that goes along with that PTSD that's been found out. We also find they're having a disconnect with their friends, their peer groups, because they don't want to share with their peers that they're actually doing certain care for a loved one because they don't think that's a regular conversation. Well, in my research, I recognized that in order to do so, to help them, that they have to be recognized for the work they do. There's some positive that does come around out of that research as well, is that the youth are resilient. They do realize that they're doing this care, and as they're doing this care, they're doing out of love. They need the information to help them in the process, but they're doing it out of love, and so they've actually wanted to have paths in their life to lead them towards more service or care, by being doctors, nurses, someone to be a fireman, as well as police officers, because they actually wanted to continue to provide a service out of the care that they have for their loved one. So what is the Bridge program? So the Bridge Youth Program is what I designed to be able to recognize the youth that are in your home that you may not even know that are considered an individual caregiver. They need to be recognized for the work they do. So I would like to be able to pay them and also train them through Dementia 101 and other trainings to be able to get them to move with that service of being recognized as a personal care worker, to then move them in the direction of their career, to either be a CNA or an RNA or any other civil service that comes out of that. I want to help them. I want them to also be not only be recognized, but be certified for the things they're doing. So that's what I'm asking. I'm asking for you all to help me in that effort. We're looking to be able to have youth to go through this program in person. We walk them through, and I want to actually pay them to be able to, as they go through the training, to get paid during that time that they are with me as we are moving them through the program. After we certify them, we recognize them, we'll have a celebration for them as well. So I'm asking you all to please give. Be a part of that. If you want to learn more, please reach out to me at bashir.easter@melaninmindedllc.com. And if you know someone in your family that might be that is a youth caregiver, ages 13 to 17, let me talk to them if you don't mind. I would like to see if I can have them go through the program, get them certified and recognized for the work that they do, and then add this to their life resume. Once again, you can reach out to me at bashir.easter@melaninmindedllc.com. And then I'm also going to have the link for the GoFundMe just to give. You may not have someone at that age, but you still think this is a good idea. Donate. Help me in that process to be able to help these youth, and I'll come back to you and tell you some more as we go along. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.